This segment is sponsored by GBMC. All right, so how is hearing loss and dementia connected? Well, to discuss the relationship is senior cochlear implant audiologist at the Presbyterian Board of Governors Cochlear Implant Center of Excellence at GBMC, Regina Presley. All right, welcome to Be More Lifestyle. Now, can you explain the connection between hearing loss and cognitive decline?
Absolutely. So when we think about hearing, it's actually a two-part process. So we first detect the sound with our ear, but that information has to go to our brain to be processed. So when that information is not getting there, it's not complete due to hearing loss, it puts a significant load on our brain, and we call that cognitive load. And what we found is that cognitive load leads to cognitive decline over time.
So is hearing considered a cognitive function?
Kind of the precursor, I would say, to a cognitive function. So we detect the sound, but if that information is incomplete, then our brain is unable to complete processing, such as focusing, memory, organization of information.
All right, that's what I was going to ask. So what effect does hearing loss actually have on the brain?
So what's happening is when we look at the impact of hearing, research from the Lancet Commission has indicated that hearing loss is actually creating a significant load and therefore has been determined to be the #1 modifiable risk. So if we address hearing loss early, we can help prevent dementia. The other thing that hearing loss does is that it creates an isolation for people. So as they're not getting access to sound, they don't enjoy socialization anymore and sometimes don't even realize it. So they withdraw from situations, and then that can also lead to depression. And isolation and depression are two really other risk factors as we look at a decline in cognition as we age.
So what about hearing aids? Can they help with that cognitive decline?
Absolutely. And it doesn't have to be a hearing aid. There's a wide variety of options that we can use to improve our hearing. So that can be a personal amplifier, a hearing aid, a cochlear implant, or a Baha device. But anything that can restore that missing information to give better information to our brain.
And so how might hearing loss contribute to dementia or Alzheimer's? And then can either of those be reversed with hearing aids?
So unfortunately, we don't have any cure for reversing dementia at this point. But what we do know is overall good health. So not smoking, not drinking, being very active, managing cardiovascular diabetes issues that we might be experiencing can improve. But from a hearing loss standpoint, identifying the hearing loss and having it treated early is really the best way to reduce the risk. So in prevention of decline, not reversal.
So when should people come to you? Is there a certain age, or is there something that happens when they say, okay, hold on, I need to get a doctor?
I think that having an annual screening is really important, and you can do that for free on an app on your phone just to see if there's anything that indicates that there's an issue. If you feel you're having a problem hearing, or maybe a loved one is expressing concerns that you're missing information or the TV's up too loud, I think that's a good sign to seek professional help. So to be evaluated by an audiologist who can not only assess your hearing, but we can also do a cognitive screening to make sure that everything is where we anticipate, and if not, to make appropriate referrals.
Is there anything that we can do now to help prevent hearing loss?
Absolutely. It's really about safe hearing, and that's to prevent ourselves from loud sounds. And we're seeing that exposure to loud noise is not just occupational, musician, or military related, but it's also impacting younger individuals as we're all wearing our own personal devices. So if we're going to be in an area where there's loud sound, whether it's a hobby, a concert, to use ear protection, and if we're going to be using our personal earbuds, is to make sure that they're at about a 60% volume and only listen for about 60 minutes at a time before we give our ears a break.
Okay, such great information. Where can our viewers go to get more information?
You can go to our website. It's gbmc.org/cochlear.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.